Let's calculate our grade average. So the first thing I need to do is write my formula. And in order to write my formula, I noticed that these numbers are written in percent forms, and we can't have it in percent forms when we start doing the operations. So what I need to do is convert them to decimal. There's two ways to do it. One is you notice it's in percent. We can divide it by 100%. The second way is the shortcut. Notice that you move it to the left. Move what? The decimal. 2 places to the left. And now we get 0.2. I put the 0 in front of the decimal just to make it clean and to help emphasize on the decimal. And since it's 20, that leaves a 0 behind the 2. You don't have to put that 0 there. Then the next one is going to be 0.15. Please do not round this 1.5. Leave it as 1.5. This next one is 0.3. And this next one is 0.35. Now let's write our formula. So I'm going to let G represent my total grade average. And I'm going to say 0.2 times H for homework plus 0.15 times Q for quiz plus 0.3 times T for test plus 0.35. We haven't used F. Use F for final exam. So what if your homework grade, let's just say, what if you made, let's say 100% on homework. You made a 95 on the quizzes. You made about an 88 on the test. And your final exam, you made a 79. Terrible writing, my apologies. Let me erase that. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my equation. So I'm going to take this 0.2 and plug in for my homework a 100 plus 0.15 times my quiz, which was a 95, plus 0.3 times my test score, which was an 88, plus 0.35 times my final exam grade, which was a 79. So in your calculator, you could do it in steps. So you can say, oh, 0.2 times that 100, which would be 20%, right? If you're not sure, just double check. It's 20 plus, and then you have that 0.15 times that 95 gives us 14.25. Do not round until you're completely done, and then make sure and read the instructions on how to round. 0.3 times 88, you get 26.4 plus the 0.35 times 75, and it gives me 26.25. Now let's add all these up, and this would be your score for your average grade for the course. And sometimes it doesn't hurt to double check your math. So it's 86.9, which is also said as 86.9%. All right, now let's do another scenario. What if you don't know what you ran? Okay, so what if you don't know your final exam grade yet, but you know what you want at the end of the class? So what if you wanted to have a 92% total grade average? And you know your homework grade. Again, we still have that 0.2 times that 100%. Say that didn't change. And let's say your quiz grade didn't change. 1 second, let me fix this up. Let's say you still have that. Well, no, let's change it up because we know what we got here. So let me just erase this and let's change it all up. I'm going to keep the equation because we're going to use it. But what if you said you wanted that 92% in the class, or at least a 90? You want it either way. I'm going to say a 92. And say that you made, for the homework grade, say we made a 95 for the homework. And our quizzes, we made around, let's say an 89. Our tests, let's say we made around 91. But we don't know what we made on, or we don't know what to make on the final in order to maintain a 92 average in the class. So what we're going to do is go ahead and calculate these together. Let's get those together. And the F is our unknown. All right, so this gives me, bring down this 19 plus okay, so this is what we got right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the math and add these up together. Okay, so bring down the 92 again. Got 59.55 plus that 0.35 F. Now what I need to do is get this variable term by itself, right? This right here is my variable term. I want it by itself. So since that 59.55 is positive, I'm going to subtract it. That makes it go to 0 here. And what we do here, we have to do here. So I'm going to subtract that from the 92. Make sure your decimals look like a decimal. There we go. Now I get 32.45 is equal to 0.35 F. Now we need F by itself, the final exam. And we have a coefficient on it as a 0.35. We need it to be a positive 1. So in order to make that a positive 1 on the F, I'm going to divide by the 0.35 on both sides. So now I have F is equal to, so let's divide that by 0.35. And it says that, and I'm going to round to the nearest tenths, which is 1 decimal place. 92.7 is what I have to make on the final exam in order to have a 92 grade average in the course.